Live. What's going on, everyone? Thank you so much for coming in at this time or tuning in at this time. Appreciate it very much. Anybody watches the replay, thank you so much. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel. So, Lakers got the W, right? One down, one to go. Lakers still have one more win that they need to pull out. If they pull out that win, sorry, let me turn my phone volume down. If they pull out that win, then the Lakers now secure the 3 seed. So, still got to get one more win. But Lakers did secure a top 6 seed. So Lakers bare minimum at worst. Obviously depends on how some of these other teams win or lose. Denver, things like that. Then the Lakers would clinch 3 seed. But bare minimum, Lakers will be a top 6 seed, which is good. So great game, great win. Was it the sexiest win? No. Was it, but you figure this was a Luka game, right? This was let Luka take 50 shots and go drop 100, right? Like that was the idea of this game. Coming off of a back-to-back in a game that you should have won, right? Even if this wasn't a Luka game, it probably was going to be a Luka game regardless, right? Like if they weren't playing the Dallas Mavericks. I mean, Luka took 30 shots. He was 16 of 28, 7 of 10 from 3. 6-9 from the free throw line, 8 rebounds, 6 assists, 4 steals, 3 turnovers, and 45 points. The man dropped 45. I really wanted that 50 piece, though. I'm not going to lie, right? He was 3. If he would have made all his free throws, I would have got him to 48. I think if he was close to 50, he probably would have went and got 50. But nonetheless, right, 45 will do it. 45, 6, and 8, I'll take it. And he continues to shoot well, right? Like, he got the 45 on 28 shots, right? Like he shot 57% from the field and he shot 70% from 3-point range, right? So this is good. This wasn't one of those games where you see a lot of guys, they'll get 45, but they got 15 free throws, right? Like Luka got under 10 free throws. So it wasn't like, a game where Luka was shooting a bunch of free throws and stuff like that. LeBron really came alive in the fourth quarter, was huge for us in that fourth quarter in particular. Austin Reeves, don't get me wrong, he hit that big 3, but he just looked gassed, right? I think a couple things. I think one, you get a day in between, so you don't have to rush. But I really want the Lakers to finish the job, get it done against Houston. You get it done against Houston, then you can just sit the rest of the way, right? What I don't want to see happen is the Lakers end up losing to Houston, and now it comes down to the last game of the season. And Austin Reeves just looks gassed. I mean, rightfully so. I mean, the guy's playing 40 minutes a night. The guy's been playing 40 minutes a night with LeBron, without LeBron, with Luka, without Luka, right? Like the guy's doing everything he can, right? So, but I thought this was a great game, right? I felt like this was a game where Lakers, I felt like Lakers were kind of just there, right? It was a Luka game, right? Guys, held up on the defense side. They rebound. They did the dirty work. Right, LeBron came alive when he needed to, but other than that, it was just kind of like, hey, let Luka have his moment, which I appreciate, right? It was a very emotional moment. He had his, he was tearing up, which, again, dude, the poor guy. I mean, don't get me wrong, I am incredibly thankful he is a Laker, right? I think we all are, but I mean, the poor guy, you can feel, you can see and feel just the emotion that he has, and how much he loved that place. He gave his heart, he gave his all to that place, and it just snatched from him immediately. Poor guy. It's just, but I'm glad the Lakers clinched the playoffs, right? So bare minimum, we get a week off, which I think is going to be incredibly good for the Lakers. I think that's going to be very valuable, very important for the Lakers. But nonetheless, right, job's not finished. Still got to win one more game, secure that 3 seed, secure home court at least through the first round, potentially through the second and third round, depending on, Houston and OKC, how they finish. So Lakers are in very good shape, right? Lakers are, again, they control everything. Handle your business. I would have liked to beat the Thunder, and we were in this spot, but what's done is done. You can't change it. Can't go back. To just keep trucking forward, get this win, secure this win, and let's get it, right? So now we just have to win one of our next 2, and we're good. Luckily, we have the Portland game. It was always kind of like, beat Portland, beat Dallas, and you're good. We'll see what Houston does. Houston has the 2 seed locked up. We'll see if they decide to, sit guys, rest guys, or if they decide like, hey, you know what, let's go all out. The right thing to do is to sit everybody if you're Houston, but they're playing the Lakers. If they were playing anybody else, right, they probably would have sat everybody. Playing the Lakers, you know that they're not going to want to do that, right? So, a great win, great game, excellent performance by Luca. Loved what we saw. But let's get into the other players real quick, and then I'll jump into the super chat questions, the regular chat questions. I'm not going to go as long. I know I usually go like an hour, hour and a half. I'm probably only going to go for about 30, 40 minutes this time because I got to be up like early in the morning. I got a bunch of stuff I got to do early in the morning. So I want to try not to. I know I usually say 30, 40 minutes and it still turns into an hour, but I'm going to try to get out of here in the next like 30 minutes. So I'll try to get through as many super chats and regular chat questions as possible in that time. But Rui returned and Rui delivered, right? 15 points, 3 of 7 from 3, 5 of 10 from the floor. Rebounding, I still wish he rebounded better for his size. 2 assists, steal, right? LeBron James, like I said, really came alive in that fourth quarter for us. He was huge for us in that fourth. 11 of 20 overall, which isn't terrible. It's not like LeBron efficiency, but it is 55% from the floor. No, he was 0 of 4 from 3, which is where it really hurt him. 7 rebounds, 3 assists, 1 steal. And he cleaned up the turnovers. He had a couple like just, it was like, come on, dude. And then he really cleaned it up to his credit. But he had 27 points. Jackson Hayes, 1 of 3. Austin Reeves, like I said, he just looked gassed this game. He just looked tired this game, which I understand. I get it. Like I said, I'm the first to criticize Reeves when it's warranted. The guy has been busting his tail, right, for the last 3 months. I think he deserves a I'm tired pass for this game, especially in a Luka game, which, as I mentioned, 16 of 28 from the floor, 7 of 10 from 3. I really wanted that 50 piece, but I'm not going to complain about 45. We'll take it. Dorian Finney-Smith, 2 of 8, 1 of 6 from 3. He struggled, but defensively, he was really good. Did the hustle plays, did the dirty work. Same thing with Gabe Vincent. Jared Vanderbilt continues to just be great. 5 rebounds in 12 minutes, 2 of which were offensive. And just, again, a really good, solid, quality game and a win. But let's get into the chat. Let's get into the super chat. Starting us off, Zion coming out the $5 super chat. Thank you so much. Oh, real quick, everyone hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Forgot to say that, so do that, please. Zion coming out the $5 super chat. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Glad we got the win. AD needed to pop off for the Mavs and did not. I love AD, top 10 player, but he does have his inconsistencies. Yes, look, I love Anthony Davis, but you're right. I mean, this was a game where you really needed him, if you're Dallas, to go get a 50 piece, right? Is part of it, he is playing his buddy, the Lakers. Also, he was out on the perimeter a ton, which, look, little odd, little sus, right? If I remove my Laker bias here for a moment, little odd that Anthony Davis was just essentially just standing outside of the perimeter. I mean, so much so even the commentators called it out. Even the commentators were like, dude, Lakers are tiny right now, and Anthony Davis is out at the top of the key, right? He was 5 of 13, 0 of 2 from 3, 3 of 5 from the free throw line. Did have 11 rebounds, 6 assists, and 13 points. Only 1 block. But also, to the Lakers' credit, Lakers are very familiar with Anthony Davis, right? LeBron, excuse me. LeBron is very familiar with Anthony Davis. JJ Redick is very familiar with Anthony Davis. So, I mean, they also game planned and, like, hey, let's make sure he doesn't dominate us and kill us. But again, I thought this was a great game. Again, it was a Luka game. You knew this was going to be a Luka game. You knew Luka was going to go get 40 plus, and then whatever other guys chipped in is whatever other guys chipped in, right? Like, I would have been surprised if Luka would have gotten like 25, and then everyone else, it was like an all-around game. You knew Luka was going to take 30 shots this game. But I appreciate it. Thank you, Zach. Thank you for super chat. All right, getting in the regular chat. Wish Luka would have gotten 50, but it's Air Luka got his revenge. Yes. Look, I said the same thing earlier too. I really wanted the 50 piece, right? But hey, 45 is that, like Danny said, 45 is good enough. Man, Luka crying was so emotional. Like, yeah, that's what I'm saying, man. Poor guy. Like, seriously. Obviously, look, us Laker fans, we're rejoicing. we're all sending care packages to Nico Harris, right? Like, thank you, Dallas, right? But removing your excitement and emotion for a moment, it really was right, like because you could see how much Luca cared, man. Like, that he was Mr. Dallas. He thought he was a guy that was going to spend and retire there and spend his entire career. He thought he was a guy that was going to bring a championship home to Dallas again, right? Like for the first time since Dirk and all that. Like he just, you saw like every moment he was Dallas, right? Like, and for them to just do that to him sucks, right? Shows the nature of the beast for sure, right? And it's why I've never cared about loyalty. Right? So many people criticize LeBron and other guys for going to this team and that team. Why? Who cares? Right? Like NBA owners are the first ones to trade you and ship you out if they have any kind of issue, right? Luka is a prime example. Why should players be loyal to organizations when organizations aren't loyal to players, right? Like, again, it's just, I've never had an issue with it, right? I've never had an issue with the player empowerment, right? Like, let them have it. But yeah, this was tough. Insane game from Luka. Incredible fourth quarter by LeBron. Yes, 100%. Do you think that we should try to get Mike Malone or Bud as an assistant coach? How many times did you rewatch your reaction to the Luka trade? Oh, and Fate Decided is a really good channel. Well, thank you. Seriously, I appreciate that. Yes, my very first channel I ever made, Fate Decided. If it wasn't for Fate Decided, I never would have made this channel. So I'm very thankful for that channel. But yes, thank you. Secondly, I mean, if he could, look, Mike Malone is a good coach, right? Like the guy needs to get punched in the face a couple times, right? Like for all this mess that he talked about the Lakers, right? When he walks in, LeBron should be able to give him a 2-piece and then, hey, welcome to the team. But in all seriousness, right? Like I wouldn't hate Mike Malone or Mike Budenholzer or Taylor Jenkins or any of these guys. The thing is that they're going to get, like, Mike Malone is probably going to be the hottest commodity on the market this offseason. Same thing with Taylor Jenkins. They're good. They're really good coaches, right? Like, obviously we have our little squabbles with, Mike Malone, but removing that for a moment, yeah, it is one of those things. So, I've been subbed for too long without showing love. Great. Well, thank you, Dave's World. I appreciate that. Hey, look, I always, don't get me wrong, very thankful for the super chats. Helps me make a living, right? I'm always thankful for super chats. But again, I do this for the enjoyment. I genuinely love it. I talk about it all the time. The live streams, right? Obviously, super chats is where us creators make our most money. But beyond that, make money on AdSense. I do all that other stuff. I make 10 videos a day, right? Like, to me, this is about community building, right? This is about building the loyal community, building the fan base, being able to communicate and talk, right? Obviously, I love the super chats and all that stuff, but to me, it's also about, like, I never expect it, right? I don't ever want to expect it. If it happens and it comes, beautiful. I've had live streams where I've gotten a bunch of super chats. I've had live streams where I've gotten none. Doesn't matter to me either way, because I really value just people taking the time. The fact that people even want to take the time to listen to me is crazy, right? Like, the fact that people even want to tune in. I have 222 people here listening to me rant about not caring. Right? Like, it's beautiful, right? Like, I'm very thankful, very blessed. And so don't ever feel obligated. Nobody. I don't want anyone ever to feel obligated, like they have to do it. I mean, if you can and you're willing, thank you. I really do appreciate it. But don't feel like you have to. I just want to make that clear. Like I said, I do this. Obviously, I do this for a living. This is my job. This is my living. But I do this for the love. I genuinely love it. I genuinely love just being in this position. I mean, who wouldn't want to be in this position, right? But thank you, Daves. I really do appreciate that. Seriously, thank you. And thank you for being subbed for a long time too. Fans got me with the Fire Ego. Yeah. Well, I mean, this was like a home game, right? Like, I mean, every time Luka touched the basketball, all the fans were just over there, overjoyed, right? Like, all the fans were just super stoked, super thrilled. So I love that. I really did. I loved seeing that, right? Because it's good. Right? It wasn't Luka's fault, right? Like, I don't think he deserved to be booed or anything like that. The guy didn't do this, right? Like, he was there to he if he had his way, he would have stayed with Dallas forever, right? That's what I was trying to get at. Sorry, I'm trying to multitask. One more game, Denver, then the 3 seed. Yes, agreed. When you said Den, I thought you meant Denver for a moment. I'm just glad it wasn't the other way around with AD. To be honest, I said, yeah, facts. I mean, I talked about it, like, we got to make sure we're handling our business because, again, Anthony Davis is a guy that's capable of going for 50, right? AD goes and gets 50. Klay Thompson knocks down 10 threes. All of a sudden, you get ran out the gym and things are bad, right? And, it's a possibility. It can happen, right? And so I'm glad that the Lakers came in, right? Their leading scorer was Najee Marshall. I'll gladly take that on any night, right? So this was good. This was really good for the Lakers. Luka and Braun cooked tonight. Even Rui Reeves. Def got phased out this game because Luka was on fire. Yeah, and I mean, also again, he did look tired. He looked tired in the last game, right at the end of the last game. So I kind of expected a little tiredness. But even beyond just the little tiredness, it's fine, right? Like, again, the guy's been unbelievable. Again, I'm first to be critical of Austin Reeves, but I think I'm fair, right? Like, when he deserves praise and he deserves being defended, then yeah, I'll defend him. And I do think that this is something that he deserves being defended for, Reeves needs more rest than anyone. Yeah, I agree with that. Dude, the guy's played almost every game this year, like 40 minutes a game. He's like leading our team in minutes. Like, so the Lakers clinch a playoff seed. Yes. So Lakers, a bare minimum, can only fall to the 6th seed, right? And that's assuming a lot of these teams play each other and stuff like that. Realistically, Lakers will probably be at worst a 5th seed, at best the 3 seed, right? So I think the Lakers finished the 3 seed. I talked about this for a month, right? Like, I do. Them Lakers won again. You gotta love it. Thank you, Nico, Lakers legend. Yeah, facts. Dude, Nico Harris needs a statue outside of Staples Center. If we win a couple championships with Luca, put a statue of Luca, and then right next to Luca, it's like Luca pointing, and it's like Nico Harris. Like, like, I want that statue so bad. I might make that a shirt. If we win a championship, that might be my first shirt. A picture of Luca, like, and Nico Harris, and then like the championship trophy between them. No one, that's copyrighted, trademark. Nobody better steal my idea. For those that don't know, I can't do that. I could go. Anyway, let me stop. Luka, baby. Yes, he was wonderful. Go Lakers. Love it. Ejection, election, eruption. Lakers in 5. I love it. Let's see. I still can't move on from last night. Them refs. I feel it. It's very frustrating watching the refs. We would have clinched the 3 seed already, right? It's frustrating, but no, hey. Finish the job, get the rest. That simple, right? AAA said Mavs will win a chip before the Lakers. Hold your breath, buddy. Hold your breath. I never seen a team so happy to see there. Yeah, dude. Seriously, this was a Lakers home game. Honestly, like, this was a Lakers home game. Luka didn't have to show off like that. Absolutely. I hope every time he looked at Nico, I hope Houston sits out the plays. That would be very nice if we could just lock up the 3 seed. That would be very nice. Next game is going to be huge. Hopefully the Rockets can rest their starters, please. Yes, agreed. Go Lakers. The Mavericks really gave us Luka, bro. It's unreal. Yeah, you're not wrong, man. It still is crazy. I know it's been like 3 months at this point or whatever it's been, and you still just see Luka out there in a Laker jersey hitting that step back 3, and you're just like, oh, he's really in purple and gold. I still have to like, wait, what is that? Is that Luka? It is Luka. Wow. Okay, I have to do the whole. Wow. Give me my reading glasses. Lakers played solid defense, and the offense was in cruise control all game. Good one. Yes, agreed. Man, like I said, this was a Luka game, right? Like, I did it really, unless Dallas was like awful, which I didn't think they'd be like awful. You knew Luka would probably get 40 and Lakers would win by 10, right? Like, basically what happened. How much did the Lakers win by? Lakers won. Didn't they win by 10? Something like that. Oh, they won. No, they won by 15. So close, right? Um, I never saw a fantasy happy team lose yet. I thought Luca was going to go off for 60 with how he started. Yeah, I mean, he was lighting it up, lighting it up. But a couple other guys came alive. LeBron, particularly in the fourth quarter, right? But yeah, the dude was on fire. 80 stinker. Well, yeah, which I think part of it was like, Lakers did a good job. You know, let's go. What's going on, Dave? Again, appreciate the super chat. Houston probably resting their starters. They have the 2 seed locked up. I hope so. Again, if we weren't the Lakers, I'd probably be very confident that that's what's about to happen. The fact we are the Lakers is where I'm kind of like, you know. The scores table kept saying that with this win we clinched the playoff spot, but I guess not the 3 seed yet until we get one more win. Yes. So again, Lakers officially have clinched officially clinched the playoffs. So Lakers are locked in to the playoffs. They don't have to worry about falling into the play-in or anything like that, which that is beautiful by itself, right? But we want the 3 seed. And the Lakers, with one more win, lock up the 3 seed. How do you think Kleba will help this team? Problem is now, probably not at all. I don't even know. Even if he does come back to the court and does see some act, like I don't think he sees the court, if at all. Maybe in spots. In concept, right? He's a floor stretching big man. That's like a legit. He's like what 6'10", 6'11", 240, 250, right? So he's a big man that has good interior size. He's basically what we want Alex Len to be, right? Like 240 rebound. Give you 10 minutes, just be a good player out there. And Max Kleber's good, right? He's not great. He's not elite. He's nothing like that. But he's a guy that, on a random night can knock down a couple threes, right? Like, so he's a guy that just gives the Lakers a different look that we just don't have with like Jackson Hayes or any of the other bigs, right? He's a guy that can genuinely, have great nights offensively, hit the three, do all this stuff. So, block the occasional shot. Right? He's a solid player. Clinched at least top 6 seed. They beat, yes. Look lethargic out there. Like, I don't know what it is. But Nico, I bet, regrets the trade already. Wasn't it? Didn't Mark Cuban recently say that they kind of, have some regrets? So, and I like Luca and the Globetrotters make appearance in the fourth. Love it. JD got 80 figured out. Yeah, he probably most likely won't. Good win. It's going to be a great story when we get the chip this year. I am right there with you. I mean, that will be absolute storybook, and I'm here for it. Sign me up for it. AR needs some rest. Agreed. I don't see it. I think you could argue if Nico's gone and all this. I don't think so. He's gonna be a Laker a while. All right, like because he'll go. So what will happen is he's gonna sign a 3-year deal, right? That 3-year deal will give him the 10. We'll give him the 10-year, which then he can get I think it was 20% of the cap, 25% of the cap, something like that. In which the Lakers can give him the money. So if he would have signed the Supermax and then was traded, maybe things change. But he'll make more money now. And is he really going to just keep losing money, especially to go back to the team that screwed him? I hope so, but it's the Lakers, so probably not. My guess is probably not. I think more likely than not, they won't. Take care of business against Houston and clinch the 3 seed. A nice long break to get rest and healthy for our playoff run. I am right there with you. I would prefer to get it done. I really, really wanted the Lakers to beat the Thunder, which I think that they would have, but can't do anything about that. Beat Houston, and then you get like a week and a half off, right? So let's do that. I like that. Let's get that done. Why you could never be that guy? Yes. Finally, LOL. Yeah, thanks. First time being a top 6 seed since the play-in was introduced. Yes. Literally, the last time we were last time we were Yeah, playoff team was 2021, right? Because the following years when we got Russell Westbrook, we missed everything, and then we've been a play-in team every year since. So, yeah, it's nice to finally, finally not have to worry about it, right? All right, I'm gonna do a couple more. I'm gonna go about another 5 minutes and skate on out of here because, like I said, I got to be up super early, and it's very important. So I kind of don't have a choice. So, and I got a lot of work to do. We got Luca, Don, AR, and LeBron, the real big three. Facts. Um, even dude, this big three is so good. Even Skip Bayless is like talking about how like they're the three best ball handler trio ever. I mean, even Skip Bayless is saying nice things about LeBron. Right? Like that's how good this is. This is so good that even Skip is like, out here fluffing up LeBron and the Lakers. So you you know that that's a good thing, right? But no, those three, yeah, it rests on their shoulders. Obviously, the role guys they need to step up. They need to do their thing. The role guys have to be important, right? But at the end of the day, LeBron and Luca have to be transcending. Austin Reeves has to be great, and if that happens, there's a version where we're hoisting the Larry O'Brien Trophy at the end of the year, and I cannot wait for that. Wait for that. Thoughts on our bench? Oh, when playoff time starts, definitely concerns, particularly inconsistencies on the offensive side. Right when Gabe Vincent and Dorian Finney-Smith in particular, when they're hitting shots, I actually have a video that I was supposed to post like a week ago about that very thing, but we keep getting little news and updates and stuff, so that have kind of taken priority. But right, like the issue is that our bench is so like all of our offense is in the starting unit, all of our defense is in the bench unit, right? So my concern is we're probably going to be one of the worst benches throughout the postseason. Hopefully, we're not the worst bench throughout the postseason. But I do think that there will be a game here and there each series where the role guys end up winning a game, right? Like, or at least that's my hope, right? I could see like LeBron, Luca, and Reeves win in 3 games, and then we get a game where like Dorian Finney-Smith and Gabe Vincent knock down and give you 20 each, right? Something like that. Look, Luca will see back-to-back finals. What you think, Tyler? I wouldn't be shocked at all. I do. I really genuinely believe that this team can get to the finals. There's no, especially the Western Conference. Now I have a little concerns about Boston, a little concerns about the Cavs. I like the Lakers' chances coming out of the West, man. They've shown that they can beat every team in the West and beat them in like dominant fashion. Lakers have owned the West all season. Their conference stats are ridiculous, right? Like, but it's it's how do we execute? How do we show up on a nightly basis, right? You have to win 4 times, right? If Lakers put forth the effort, if Luca and LeBron are excellent and transcending, we're good. We're good, right? We'll be hoisting the Larry O'Brien. I said Luca dropped at 40. Good call. Good call. I love Luca because he's not afraid of the bright lights. Will be important for the playoffs. Yes, agreed. A lot of guys shrink. A lot of guys shrink in the big moments, but definitely not him. Hopefully, we trade for Lively or Gafford. Yeah, I've seen a lot of like Mavs people talk about trading Daniel Gafford and whatever like pieces like Gafford and Marshall with like pieces for Austin Reeves. I don't think I'd do that for Austin Reeves, but I mean, it depends on like what else you get. If you get, imagine like, what if you get like Gafford, Christie, and like Marshall plus like assets. I don't know. I just think it depends. But one, they're probably not going to trade Austin Reeves. 2, I don't think that they'd trade Derek Lively or Daniel Gafford without Austin Reeves. But you never know, right? We'll see. I mean, especially with Nico Laker Harris. Also, so love this so much for Luca. Seeing him have the masterclass he did was so special to watch. Yes, agreed. And especially with such an emotional game for him, right? And you saw the emotions get let out, and you saw how he felt about it, right? Like I think that this was good that he went and had a 45 piece, right? Because it's kind of like you overcame the monster, right? Like you got the monkey off your back. You had the moment, right? It's came and gone. You can move past it, right? You dominated. You show up, right? You're not going to have a more emotional game and moment than that, right? Luca was cooking, absolutely. I also love how LeBron fits in with Reeves and Luca. Yes, I mean, look, he talked about it, and to his credit, he's been doing it because it's one thing to talk about; it's another thing to actually do it. LeBron talked about how hey, Luca, he's the guy, right? Austin Reeves, he's the other guy, and I'll fit in where I can get in, right? And to his credit, again, he's doing it. Rui delivered, yes. Rui was a fantastic, especially coming back, knocking down shots, hits big shots. Luca's a demon, man. Yes. LeBron closed the game in the fourth. Yes. Um, thank God we won this game. Team needs rest maybe more than any other team in the West. You might not be wrong. They've just had like so many iterations, so many things to figure out and all that stuff. LeBron was the reason we won, not Luca. He had 13 in the fourth. LeBron is the best player in the world. LeBron was fantastic. He was definitely the closer of this game. Awesome putback from Austin reminded me of when Caruso did it. Same reaction from LeBron too. Yeah, for the other day. And then like Caruso's face became a meme. I noticed Bronny's point guard skills and improving pretty good. Yeah, look, I'm a fan of Bronny. I think he's going to be great. Again, I don't know if he'll be a superstar or like top talent in this league. I think he's going to be a really good player. I really do, like genuinely. The Lakers' possession with like 3 minutes left had me dying of laughter, bro. They were just out there trying stuff. Yeah. Well, I mean, Lakers had a couple sequences, like, but they also had like that one sequence where they had the ball for like a minute and 30 seconds. Like, it was crazy, right? Like, it's just, yeah, I mean, little couple experiences, right? Like, Luca owns Dallas now. Yeah, facts, right? It's crazy to even think that we could say that, right? Like, now, Luca's 2-0 against the Mavs, against his former team. It's crazy. Crazy we even see that. Tyler, the only team I can genuinely see beating us is Boston. Even at that, Luca and Braun are good enough to intimidate Tatum and Brown. If KP is down, it's a different series. Yeah, look, Lakers will have the two best players in that series every night. Every night. LeBron and Luca are better than Tatum and Jaylen Brown. So you have a chance. Problem is their role guys are good, right? The reason they're so good is because of their role guys. We were fronting 80, and they couldn't get him the ball yet. Fire Nico, delusional Mavs fans. Mavs fans still saying fire Nico, delusional Mavs. Well, because they're not gonna fire him, man. Good in front of Gafford, so he did more damage. Do you think we trade Vando? And I feel we shouldn't. He's the heart of this team, but it means for the right person, then probably. So it's not actually another video I have done because we actually got news about that the other day. But again, we keep getting these like little priority things, and then Lakers, putting themselves in a position for the 2 seed. There's just things that I think have priority, but they're literally like on this channel, ready to upload or ready to post. But Lakers value Jared Vanderbilt as of right now. Obviously, that could change, but right now, Lakers value Jared Vanderbilt more than the rest of the league. Like the rest of the league kind of looks at Vando as basically a spot minute guy, because he's a one-dimensional guy. Where the Lakers look at him as one of the hearts, right? Everyone has a cost, everyone has a price, right? So it just if you get the right player or the right piece, like I've even said, as much as I love Vando and his hustle, if you could get another legit, can't just be like a middle of the pack. Like if you can get another legit 3-and-D guy for Vando or in a package where you're including Vando, I would probably do it. Tyler, who is better offensively? 2024 Luka, 38 from 3, 35, 9 and 9, or Jordan? Be honest, break down all parts. Tell me what Jordan does better than Luka offensively. Actually, Tyler, do current Jokic or Jordan at his best offensively? Who's better offensively, objectively? See, the problem with that question though is like they all play. Well, Jokic and Jordan, you can't compare, right? Because Jokic is a center who is basically doing all his damage around the post, right? Yeah, he can step out, knock the 3 ball down. Jordan, he was him and Jordan, there are some similarities as far as like where they like to go. They like to create that dribble penetration. They like to get to their spots. Jordan used his size, his strength, his athleticism, his ability to just kind of beat guys off the dribble. Where Luca kind of uses more misdirections in order to kind of change the direction of the defender, right? Get you off balance, right? Michael Jordan is better in the pocket stuff. Luka is better all around as far as like you got to remember Jordan wasn't a 3-point shooter, right? Jordan he had like his best year was like 35%. Like he's not a guy that was this all around offensive juggernaut, right? Like Kobe was more skilled than Jordan, right? Like I mean Michael Jordan talked about how Kobe was the better. Scottie Pippen talked about how like literally said that Kobe would shoot wonders around Jordan, right? Like the offensive game today is very different than it is back then, right? Like Michael, what does he look like today? Right? As explosive as he is, like a lot of people are like, oh, Jordan, with all the space would drop 50. I don't know. I don't really know if he would because again, like what he wants to do, and teams would still be able to defensively prepare for that, right? Like look at a guy like SGA, who's one of the best mid-range guys, actually has a lot of similarities to Jordan, right? I'm not saying he is Jordan. I'm just saying there's similarities as far as the offensive game goes. And he's not averaging 50, right? James Harden, who's like one of the best offensive players, had one of the best offensive stretches we've ever seen from a player. And he didn't even average 50, right? Like, but I do think Luka, as far as like the overall arsenal that he has offensively, is better equipped, right? Jordan, however, I think is better at in the pocket stuff, right? I think he's better at getting to the spots, using his athleticism, his strength, his speeds, dissecting the defense, right? Like Luka can do that, but he's limited on his God-given gifts. Where Jordan was like a freak athlete, even by today's standards. Like fried rice, chicken dip. The Lakers defense was taking it personal on AD today. No psych, yeah, 100%. All right, let me do like I'm gonna do a handful more questions, and then I'm gonna get on there. I don't know, man. I don't know, man. Ever since you moved, these LA games been coming on early. I caught the game top of the third, but GG's, yeah. Well, I mean, it's not early for me, right? Like, I mean, it's earlier compared to what like some of these other games are. But yeah, you're right. Like, some of these games that like this game was at what? This game was at 5 p.m. Pacific time. Where here it was 7. So like right now it's 9:45, and I have probably about 3-4 hours of work, and then I got to be up at like 6 in the morning. Man, this game low key got me emotional seeing Luca so overwhelmed. Great win. Nonetheless, expected better from AD though. I expected better from AD. I didn't necessarily think he was going to drop 50, but I do think I do think that he would have had a slightly better game. But Lakers did a good job, right? Lakers contained him. We have to beat the Rockets on Friday. I agree. Luka is incredible. Yes. All right. Let's do great win. Maz would have chipped. There's the ball. Don't lie. After the refs, man, yeah, 100%. The Hornets and Jazz games continue to haunt me. We would have been smooth sailing had they not lost those games. I still think that Bulls game, the one that we lost, because if the Lakers win that Bulls game, where Josh Giddey hits the half court shot, Lakers win the Bulls game, they already clinched the 3 seed. They don't even have to play anymore. They just pack it in. That Bulls game is the one that really grinds my gears. Tyler honestly thought OKC would beat Lakers in like 6 games in the playoff series, but after those 2 games, I'm actually super confident Lakers beat them in like 5 or 6 games. I have been very confident in them from the beginning. Like I think Lakers smack them. They match up very well against them. All right, Lakers versus Celtics in the finals. I believe Lakers win in 6. Yeah. If I had to make a prediction, if I had to like kind of break down that series, I think either the Lakers win in 6 or the Celtics win in 7. I think either the Lakers just kind of get into their heads and they beat them, right? Or it'll be something where like Lakers steal game one and then, win game three and then four is a rock fight and then squeeze the game out and and now it's like, okay, here's closing time, right? I think they either just get in their heads and beat them or Boston just kind of runs through it. But anyway, I'm gonna just get on out of here. Like I said, I wanted to go 30 minutes. We went 40 minutes. I appreciate you guys. Sorry, I know I usually go longer. But like I said, I got about another 4 hours of work, which is going to put me at like 1 in the morning, but more. It took 10, 11, 12, 1, 2. So like 2 in the morning, and then I got to be up at 6. So it's going to be a long night. But I appreciate you guys. Hopefully, we get this win against Houston on Friday. We'll have a bunch of videos and things like that. So I appreciate you. You guys are beautiful. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. Everyone that gave me super chats, thank you so much. I really do appreciate that. And let's get this win. Lock up.